Welcome in, Renegades. We're live here today with Isaac Valdez from Code and State, and we are going to be talking about what is happening with ICPCC 2024, and you will not believe this the scale of this meetup and exactly what they're going to be doing here. I myself am going to be making a video. I believe there is somewhere like 7 other content creators making stuff, and it's going to be like a 6 to 9 hour live stream spectacular. So we're going to add Isaac up here to the stage. Say hi, Isaac, and just kind of introduce yourself. Let people know kind of what you are planning to accomplish with ICPCC, and just give kind of a little spoiler on the magnitude of this project.
Of course, I'd love to. Yeah, so my name is Isaac Valdez. If you don't know me, I'm in part of the ICP ecosystem as venture lead at Code and State. We're a venture studio focused on just making it easier to build and earn on the internet computer. And last year, I had the incredible honor of hosting the first ICPCC. We had just a wonderful event in a big skyscraper in Miami, and that was guitar shaped. It's the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Miami, and multi-day event, kind of a normal conference. And I think that was really important and wonderful during the bear market in terms of just encouraging, like having the founders of all these projects encourage one another and giving them a proper showcase and celebrating them, because it's tough to keep your enthusiasm up in a bear market. It's tough for everybody, right? It's tough for the investors, but I mean, imagine being a founder and you have this team that you're responsible for their livelihoods. You've been spending 2 years working on something, and it's hard for anything to take off in the bear cycle, right? So last year's event, it solved that problem, but ultimately it didn't teach a lot of new people about ICP, because it was it was for existing innovators and investors in the space, and it brought them together and it had value there. But what we need in ICP right now more than anything is exposure and onboarding. We have the best tech. We need to get the word out there and invite people and say, you know what? It's great if you love love Ethereum. It's great if you love Bitcoin. You can be maxis in those. I'm not saying we don't want to be maxis in whatever you love, but ICP has value to add to what you love. We can meet you where you are and give you value. This is how. I mean, I think that we got a lot of positive attention in the recent pump, but people are still like, what on earth is this, right? So this is our chance to scream from the rooftops and answer, this is what ICP is. This is the value it can do for you where you're at. This is why, we're the glue that Web3 has been missing, right? So we thought, all right, how do we design an event that accomplishes that? And we took inspiration from the Genesis launch event, because the Genesis launch event was very well done. And that's how really 70 to 80% of the current people in ICP first heard about it, is this big live stream. I mean, that's how I learned. But I got a YouTube notification, and I had, it was a Sunday afternoon. There wasn't much I was doing, and then I sat there for 3 hours enthralled, learning about this future cool roadmap of what ICP is going to become. But now we're 3 years after that. A lot of that roadmap has been achieved. I mean, most of it, like the Bitcoin integration, the Ethereum integration is almost done. There's so much to celebrate. There's so much stuff that's been built, and we can actually cut it down and show it to people in a really great and faster paced way now. So our idea with this event is that basically there's a massive 9-hour long live stream, and it kicks off in Europe and it ends in the US. And the start and the end are what we're calling these prime times, where they're only about 30 minutes long, and it goes through what on earth is ICP, why you should care, and how it integrates with other chains and stuff, and then what you can do about it now and how you can get involved. So it covers all of that in 30 minutes with really, a live MC, some nice pre-recorded high quality content. And we're going to have meetup. And we also have one of those prime times as a pre-party in Asia Pacific. So we have 3 prime times all across the globe that we scheduled it so that it falls in May 10th is the day, and that's a Friday. So it falls in after working hours. So you can have a meetup where you all, you all get together, get some pizza, network, and then everyone stops and stares at the screen for 30 minutes while the prime time plays, and that adds to your discussion, it adds to your experience, and you're sharing something globally. And then you go back to having a meetup. So we have meetup watch parties in major cities all over the world. So this can be people meeting up in Asia Pacific regions there to watch that prime time. There's gonna be people meeting up in Europe to watch the big kickoff. There's gonna be people meeting in Americas, and like North and South America, all of that, to watch the conclusion. So you've got the benefits of a digital event where everything is digestible, fast-paced, like high level. We're not going to get technical. It's just all directed to people that don't already know what ICP is, to kind of welcome and bring them in. So we've got all the digital side of it. And then we've also got the in-person connections. You get to meet the people who love ICP or who are interested in learning about it near you, in your area, in your city. And we think those local connections are really special. Like when we launched Code State, they did a series of meetups in different cities, and those meetups were like a lot of times the first time you met anybody who loved ICP in person, right? And it was like really special for a lot of people. And now we're going to do the same thing, but it's externally open to everybody, and we're all going to be celebrating. And I mean, there's so many aspects of the event to go into. I don't want to just go off on a long rant, but I mean, you said.
So
go ahead.
Can I cut you off there? And
yeah.
So you said there's all of these meetups from Europe to North America, South America happening, to watch these primetime features of this event. Now, say I live in Seattle, right? I'm in Seattle, Washington. I believe, where are you based out of?
Again? I'm in Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. So it might be a little bit of a journey for me to go to Texas, and like maybe not just me, but a lot of the Seattle ICP people. So what could I do? Like, say I want to host a meetup. Like I want to, like get my friends together and like make a little meetup, at a hotel or a bar or somewhere here. Is that possible, or is this just like set in stone? There's only a few, or can people participate and like make their own meetup in their own city?
It's completely open to anybody who loves ICP. If you want to have a meetup watch party, let us know. You can go to our website, ICPCC. It's icp-cc.com, and maybe we'll share that in the link or in the bottom there. But yeah, we'll there's an application form, and we'll get you a listing on Luma, and we'll even try to get it so that anybody who registered for the main events, like when they are physically near your area, they get notified, and anybody can also just see all the meetups and find the one closest to them. So if you want to host a meetup, it's really easy, and it's your event. I mean, this is almost, in a way, it's kind of like a decentralized event in and of itself. So like, to talk about like the different types that we have going on, like there's some meetups that are just general Web3 organizations that are collaborating with like an ICP hub to like host a big giant meetup with maybe 200 plus people. So we have some of that going on in certain areas. We have ICP brands like the Swap. The Swap is going to do a massive meetup in Milwaukee, and they're having like some certain like unique investors coming over and stuff. We've got Renspace. They're doing a meetup in Portugal in an actual villa, like a mansion, because they have an NFT collection called Villas, and so they're going to have their meetup in a villa. How cool is that? And they're going to do a charity auction for children in Ukraine during the event. So like, just other than, all we care about is, at some point you watch the live stream, but you can do whatever else you want. And then like where our heart is we would love to also see, like, maybe you're a kid on a college campus, and you're like, I want to get 5 to 10 of my friends together, and maybe my local student blockchain association. And just we have a meetup watch party in my dorm or wherever. Now, if you do want a micro grant, there's an application for that as well. So some people, the reason we use the meetup format is because it's very accessible. Like I was able to host a 150 person meetup for just founders a few years ago in downtown Houston, completely for free. And the way I did that is I went to a bar, and a lot of bars, people don't know, like, they will give you a free space for over 100 people if just everybody has to buy their own drinks. And so like it brings 100 and something people to go buy drinks. So like they're fine with it. And they even gave us like a mic and everything and a screen. So like I hosted a meetup completely for free for a bunch of founders in my area, and Houston's a big city. So a meetup is a very accessible thing. But if you do need a little bit of funds for maybe some pizza or some other things, then you can fill out the application. And if you're an organization or you're a brand and you want to actually do something bigger, then you can reach out and maybe we do something a little bit more custom. But so we do have kind of a bit of a micro grant program for that. But a lot of people are just, doing what they can to celebrate and love on ICP, and it doesn't have to be anything too crazy or fancy, and they're just able to cover the costs their own, if there are any costs. And there's more. There's an incentive I cannot talk about today. That once, I would say, if you're even kind of interested, apply now, because once we announce the incentive that we have planned, I think there's going to be a huge wave of people wanting to apply. And we generally only would like to, we don't want people like competing too much directly in the same city. So like we would like to have like as many cities as possible included, but you don't want to have like 3 ICP meetups in a small city, because then like that's not really the vibe. We're all coming together. Let's just like pit everybody in one bigger one, right?
Yeah, and make a bigger meetup. I think that'd be a great idea.
Exactly. So, if you want to get dibs on your city, if you're like, I want to make sure my city represents, and I know I can't travel, or I don't want to travel, then yeah, just reach out. This event is free for everyone to attend as well. So like one of the other problems with the other conference, like it was a great conference, it was wonderful, but like the traditional conference format of let's all fly out to one place, pay a big ticket price, get all our meals for free and stuff, like that's expensive. Not everybody can do that. And we wanted this event to be anyone who loves ICP anywhere in the world can be a part of it. And of course, even if there's not a meetup near you, you can participate digitally, and we've got lots of plans for that, and we can talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, so I want to kind of elaborate on that. Don't worry if like you're like, oh man, I can't make it to none of these meetups, they're too far from me. It's okay, because the meetups are just for people that really are wanting to go the extra mile and network and get to know people, but it's all online. So if you're like, dang, I got to work that day or something, I got to watch my kid that day, whatever, you can still participate on May 10th. So that's the cool part.
Yeah. And it's kind of going on. I would like to think of it as a holiday for ICP the entire day long. So we're going to have, it's really heating up, especially around the 9-hour live stream, but just generally, like there's going to be lots of fun stuff happening, lots of activity. During the live stream, we're going to have so many airdrops, giveaways, and that's maybe something we can talk about in a bit. I don't want to jump ahead, but yeah, there's just lots of, like, aside from, it's going to be active. It's not just even watching a thing. You're going to be part of a really, I think, true like community experience that's coming together, and everybody's contributing, all the brands in ICP, and everybody's contributing in their own special ways. I think since the pump, we're just as a community, we're all excited, like ready to celebrate right now. So.
Yeah, I agree. It was such a long bear market, and like everybody, kind of was just getting down. And this is the kind of thing, it's a perfect timing though, man. If you think about when you're having this, like it's right around the Bitcoin halving, right? Which is perfect with the pump that happened. Now, this is the time where people are starting to look to ICP, and see, hey, what is this thing that just pumped, like a crazy amount, 300% in a couple months? What is this thing?
Yeah.
So I think ICPCC coming out in May will give people the opportunity to see not only, the community that made it through some of the worst times in crypto, the main contributor to Finity kind of pioneering the way through the bear market, and giving us hope and building and coming out with CKBTC and CKF during the bear market, and still kept building and delivering. So I think a lot of new people are going to be able to see the capabilities and the resiliency of not only the internet computer, Definity, the community, and just kind of get to know the people. And I think that's the main part of getting people to stay in the community, right? So if you want to bring people here, talk about the tech, talk about the roadmap, talk about the cool stuff. But if you want to keep people, you're going to have a positive, encouraging, supportive community. Look at Dogecoin. No utility, no anything to offer except community. There's a community that everybody supports one another. And I think that's where ICP stands out, over other cryptos, having that solid community. And that's how you keep people. So I think this ICPCC is not only going to showcase the technology for people to come in, but I think it's going to showcase an inclusive community for people to want to be like, okay, my money seems safe with the technology. My appearance in the community is going to be, celebrated. And I think that's a huge part. And I really appreciate that about ICPCC is the basis behind the what word am I looking for? The not emotion, but the overall feel, the aura of the community, you know, like the backbone, the heart of the community.
Yeah.
That aligns with everybody else, you know, like Dogecoin, then I think it's going to be successful. So this is very needed. I think a lot of other blockchains are missing out by not having like their own, you know, blockchain meetup. They go to like, you know, F does, or like Bitcoin, but the rest are just like altcoin meetups or crypto meetups. You know, I think this is very innovative for ICP. How do you see ICP being able to add value to other chains, or maybe pioneer the way for more of these kind of meetups through crypto? And are you thinking of a multi-chain meetup like ICP Soul CC or ICPSCC?
Yeah, and first off, real quick, I just wanted to go back to timing because we picked May because it's the 3-year anniversary since mainnet launch. But you're right, it's also good in terms of the crypto market. And what we've been blown away by is all the projects we're talking about. They have so much exciting alpha that I can't reveal it, but like everybody has something big that they're launching just before. And I can't tell you how many times I've had like over 70 calls with projects in the ICP ecosystem, and they're all like, "Oh, May is perfect because we would have just launched whatever this is, and we're going to be ready to start announcing it." So like, I think that there's going to be just a lot, like it's like everything's coming together, like as part of planning this event. But to answer your question about multi-chain, like, you know, ICP is an inherently multi-chain thing. Like it is the glue that Web3 has been needing. So, you know, kind of like NearCon, it's an event based around Near, but it was a multi-chain event, and that was in Portugal last year, and they had like over 2,000 people attend. And my thought was, well, why can't ICP have more than 2,000 people attend and be a multi-chain event that's based around ICP? Like we can totally pull it off. And so, I think that we're on track already to have more than 2,000 people meeting in person across the different meetups that are happening all over the world. And so I think we're gonna start like pulling our weight there. It is an innovative type of event, and I do see, like, in terms of the value that ICP can offer other ecosystems. I mean, I think that it's self-evident in what we're going to be able to show. We're not just telling people this is how ICP might be usable in this scenario. We're going to be like, here's Bitfinity, which is an entire like EVM L2 built inside of a canister on ICP. And you know, here's all the ways that if you made a hybrid dApp, you can have the front end on ICP and the back end can still be on Ethereum. Or you know, Bitcoin, like here's somebody building, it's Andy from Local Mining. They're building the first decentralized Bitcoin mining pool. And you know, centralized mining pools are like a huge centralized component of Bitcoin itself. And we're changing that, like, and that's not possible without ICP tech. So like, and then a gasless one-to-one marketplace with Bionic. We have so much of actual, tangible, you can use it right now today showcases that we can give people where they're like, wow, I had no idea that existed. You're telling me that there is an online chat system that existed a whole year before Soul Chat? Soul Chat is terrible to use, and it's the only thing when I'd heard of until today. You know, like that's the type of realization that we have the capability to show off right now, and boy, are we going to show it off.
Nice, dude. That is great. ICP is doing things that were only dreamed of. Like I heard conversations back in the day about people dreaming of the capabilities that ICP has to be able to build everything on the blockchain, you know, to be able to have access to Bitcoin ordinals, you know, on a different chain. And so that's all so innovative. People, when they hear about ICP, they're going to at least research it. That's my experience, because I've talked to so many people. And when I first tell them about crypto or ICP, they're like, get away from me with that. And I'm like, wait a minute, just at least don't listen to me. I said, just go research it for like 20, 30 minutes. And then we can discuss this again if you would like it. And if you don't want to, we don't have to. And I think that's where we're at, is people judge it by some concept that they have in their head. And what we need to do is just show them the capabilities. So if you guys smash that like button, subscribe, and set notifications, you can help get the word out to these people. But I have my mod asking a question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he says, when ICP launching event in Pakistan? Pakistan comes on top 5 in adoption of crypto over the world. So, hey, Amar, before he answers this, you could actually hold your own meetup in Pakistan, because I don't believe you have anyone in Pakistan yet, do you?
Not to my knowledge. I think that one's still open.
Yeah, so Amar, if you want to, set up, like get an event, get a place, order pizzas if you want to cover it, or like you said, you can apply for a micro grant, have a small meetup, get to know the IC people in your area. I think that's going to be really awesome. So yeah, let's kind of just go into some other stuff now. How many influencers? I want to know because I'm one of the influencers going to make a video. I'm not 100% sure. I know I'm in a group, but how many people are making content for this? I know Six Figs is dropping a banger. It's going to be the highest quality ICP video that has ever been made or close to it.
Blew me away when I saw the preview. I'm so excited. I just actually talked to him a little earlier today about it, and we're very excited.
Yeah, and so I was a privilege to be a part of that. I am so honored to have been considered for this year. I want to thank you for that, Isaac. But how many people? And it isn't just going to be influencers, right? So kind of give us a breakdown of like the people that are going to be participating, maybe some of the collaborations or partnerships that you have came out with, and anything that you can tell us that will give us a better understanding of the magnitude of this event.
Yeah, of course. So I think, so if I start with the content creators, and I hope I don't miss any of them, and I probably will. I mean, we've got, of course, yourself, Definity Pill, Six Figs, Jerry Bannerfield, The Swap, Victor ICP. I'm about to talk to Bobby O and later today, so maybe we'll be adding him. It's up to him, but he like basically everybody who creates content on ICP, they got a personal invite from us. Like we want to be
William Laurent too.
And William Laurent, yeah. And that's the thing is we see this as we're custodians of an event that belongs to everyone. We would truly think of this as a community conference, right? So like we just like if you create content about ICP because you love it, you got an invite from us, and pretty much anybody who like everyone said yes. So like we've got like a really great lineup of all of the people in ICP. We're still in early talks. I can't reveal anything too much about other like larger KOLs that might be joining in with content slots, but as far as projects, on the projects front, we're going to have, at least 70 or more ICP projects, like brands doing various showcases. And we're making like 1 minute like showcase videos where it says like, imagine, here's open chat, here's what we do. And like while you hear the pitch about what open chat is, you're seeing screenshots of how it works and everything in like a really nicely edited with music, like 1 minute video. Now imagine that for like 50 of those, like every top ICP project getting a promo vid overnight. That's what's happening. And that's going to be content that they can use on their own website, that they can use in their own social media and marketing. We're not going to heavily brand those on purpose so that they're reusable. And if you ever want to share, we've got something called Open Chat, let me send you more information on it. You're going to have a URL that you can share with that's like really a professional pitch of that project. And you're going to have that for dozens and dozens of projects across ICP. So that's just one area of content. And then in terms of external partnerships, this is the biggest, to my knowledge, and I might be wrong, but I believe this is the biggest marketing campaign ever like launched in ICP's history. We've got a massive deal with Cointelegraph. We're going to have articles coming out about multiple ICP projects, and all of them like pointing to ultimately the conference coming up. That'll be launching in the weeks to it. In fact, this morning, Cointelegraph tweeted about ICPCC. We also have deals with Be in Crypto, with Crypto Slate. I think we're going to do a space with Crypto Slate, I believe, next week, if I'm not mistaken. And we've got big partners like a media side. I think that, and also a lot of the content creators are going to be restreaming this across all platforms to boost the algorithm. So like Jerry Bannerfield has a big following on Twitch and Kick, so it's going to be restreamed there. Blockchain Boy is our MC. He's got like 500,000 followers on TikTok, so we're gonna try to restream it on there. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a huge splash for ICP, and we're really gonna be making noise and focusing on that. I mean, we're talking like with Cointelegraph, we're gonna have pinned to the homepage of Cointelegraph.com live now ICPCC article, like the day of the event, and we're gonna have that on all of those on Be in Crypto and on the Crypto Slate as well. And I'm probably missing some that Esteban will get mad at me later. So I took lead on organizing the last conference, and we afterwards we hired Esteban and to our team, and he does a lot of our digital marketing, our social media stuff, and he also is managing and taking lead on this event. And but yeah, it's been great working with our team. Our team is working 24/7 right now, pretty much, like we're nonstop. But it's honestly such an honor and a blast. It's been so much. You can see how amped I am. Like, it's because all day I'm just talking to cool people.
Yeah, and Esteban is the shit, man. I've worked with him and talked with him and you as well, and Ben, and all of you guys have just been supportive for the whole ecosystem, my project. You know, I just appreciate you guys and everything you're doing. So yeah, these are wonderful people. That's another thing I think is people are going to want to stay for is the genuine people. Now, not everybody's going to be genuine, but there's a lot of genuine people in ICP, so for sure. But here's that Cointelegraph a link for that. Go over to Twitter, share this, please. I will also put this in the description after the video, but go over and show it some love. Let's get the algorithm going. Let's get the word out about ICPCC and just make this the best event possible. Again, if there's no meetup in your country or your city, like Pakistan, make a little trip over here to this website right here and submit an application for a micro grant. You can get pizza, you can have a meetup, you could even apply to Dfinity for your own grant for a meetup if you'd really like to. I don't know if that'll work or not, but I mean, these are the kind of things why I chose the internet computer. It gives us an opportunity to really stand out from the rest of the blockchains. And this kind of event, like I didn't go last year, but as you know, I was one of your biggest supporters, like online on Twitter. I made videos about it, everything. I couldn't be there, but I wanted to be a part of it in any way. And even if it was just making content, from afar. And this year I get to be a part of it. Like I didn't even know you last year. I didn't know Code and State. Somebody told, like Dfinity actually told me to contact you guys when I got one of my grants. They're like, definitely check out Code and State. They're doing big things in the space, and I just never was able to connect. But now we are, and so I'm just honored to be a part of this. All the things that you've told me in private and publicly. This is going to be one of the biggest events the biggest event I've had the privilege to be a part of, and I'm just excited to meet new crypto enthusiasts, because in real life, it's so hard to find people that love crypto, man. And so, like, having all these people in one place to be able to not only network, but talk about the tech, talk about, our journey, how we struggled, but we made it, right? So that's where I really resonate with this event.
Yeah, and I want to make, and we're going to talk about other aspects of the event, but I want to just get to the chase right now and early. I want to share a message with everybody who's already in the ICP ecosystem. This event is like the audience is people who are trying to learn about ICP. So you're probably not going to learn a lot new about ICP that you don't already know if you're already very active in the ICP community. But this event is a call to action for you. Like Renegade said, it's about welcoming those others into our community. So like your job is you'll have no excuses now. Like any question that someone might have about ICP that's important or that matters, and like you'll have the content to share with them that you want to have. You're gonna have the chance to help us make noise and to you go to ICP Guide. That's a bookmarkable resource to onboard people in the IC. You can share that on social. That's one of the resources that we're making. But this is a call to action to celebrate, like re-celebrate everything that you love about our network, but then to share it. We can't do this without you. Like that's ultimately what it has to come down to is in giving everyone the passion, the energy, and the resources to get that word out there. And yes, maybe everybody right now can seem on Twitter that like they're very segmented in Web3, like, oh, I only like this chain, or I only like this chain. But let's remember why we got into Web3 to begin with. Web3 is a revolution. It's us looking at the world saying that there are problems out here, and we want to have a peaceful revolution to fix them. We want to solve it with tech. We want to solve it by coming together. We want to build a better world. So we invented a language called crypto, where when you cannot lie when you speak it, basically. That's what it amounts to. And it's a new tool for organizing the planet. And we're all a part of this. And all the chains and all the innovations, this industry is united in the mission of what Web3 can and should do for the world. And so we should feel united in that. Like anybody who loves what Web3 stands for is something that you have something deeply and passionately in common with that you can relate to. And all you've got to do is show them how ICP is part of this future vision. It's part of the thing that Web3 is needed to achieve that vision. So we can't wait to do that. Now bring up the question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail there, but I just had to go off on my
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Mod wanted you to join our open chat so we can learn more about ICPCC. Well, I say that would be cool too if you could join, but also if you guys want to just go follow ICPCC on Twitter and then hit notifications, you can see because they repost everybody's stuff that's doing, things for ICPCC. So that's going to be the best way. Is your Twitter on here? I think I put it in the description. So
my Twitter here, Isaac_ICP. You can also just follow me. I'm going to be retweeting out all the important information. And okay. I try to join chats when I can, but right now, just an idea. I mean, I'm usually up by 5 a.m. at the latest, and going to bed around midnight, and having over 10 meetings a day and stuff. So I'm just not very good in chats. I have like over 200 DMs a day on 6 different platforms. So I'm not feeling behind, but every once in a while, if I get a little bit of time, I'll try to join in and join in chats when I can. But like I said, this doesn't belong to me. This is not the Code and State show. This is about celebrating what ICP is. So we're all part of it. And maybe those of you who are following our channels more, you can go into these chats and answer questions based off the information that we've released and things like that.
Yeah, and I think that's great. I think the partnerships that you guys have done are incredible. And thank you for working, to 19 hours a day to give us the best ICPCC possible. But yeah, you got to get some rest too, bro. Take care of yourself and stuff. But.
Yeah, no, it's a journey. I mean, and it's a cycle too. It's busy up to the event, but event planning's. I had never really done much of it until the conference last year, but it's a whole different thing where you build up a lot of energy leading up to something, and then the big day happens, and it's fun in its own way. I gotta say, I love every minute of my job because I love the people in our community. Really, we have great people. We have brilliant people that are just wanting to make a better world, and so it's an honor to get to spend all day talking to them. Honestly,
I agree. So, that's what kept me in crypto, because I'm gonna tell you, a couple times during the bear market, I almost dipped. I was like, man, I'm going to keep my crypto, but I'm just done with all social media. I'm just done with everything.
Yeah.
But, the community, the support from people, it comes in waves. I notice I get a lot of support in a big wave, and it'll do really well. I'll have so much exposure, and then it kind of dies down. I think that's kind of a social media cycle for crypto, because my YouTube channel does the same way. So is there any way that we can capitalize these big influx of people besides just this event? Is there any plan to make this event reach people all year long, like you did last year with the ICPCC? You had the conference, and then you released content up until a couple months ago, right?
Yeah. So I have, a lot of the content on the live stream structure is the MC is live, but most of the content is pre-recorded, and that's on purpose because those will be bite-sized, pre-recorded, high-production videos that anybody can share and reuse after the event. And so what we're gonna try to pull off is, imagine a library with videos that are only up to 3, maybe 5 minutes long, covering all of the things, all of the projects, the showcases, the examples, just the important things that anyone might want to share or know about ICP that we've collected through this conference. So if someone's they want to hear a lawyer talk about how DAO implications might apply to the SNS, or if you want to hear about what the Bitcoin integration is, we'll have multiple videos from multiple innovators explaining what the Bitcoin integration is. So it's going to be a lot of resources there. And then there's another huge plan that we're a few weeks away from being able to announce it. So I'm like, you have no idea how hard it is to hold back. And the secret, but I can't wait when we share that. I think a big vision will become clear to everybody on the grander scale plan. But yeah, basically the answer is, yeah, there are plans. This event is just the start. It's not the end. It's the start of enabling the community in a stronger way. It's the start of people's journey and learning the first bit about ICP. And you talked about waves, right? I think the reason that Genesis worked is because it was a big wave. And even though a big wave might recede, it can sometimes set a higher level, right? It boosted the algorithms enough so that at least put ICP on the radar for a lot of people. So it planted a seed. this is another big wave. So we all come together and put our energy collective on one day, so that you can't throw a rock anywhere within Web3 without hitting ICPCC and learning about it. And the whole event is just screaming what ICP does for your chain. That's going to be a big wave that then leaves the level higher. Like, I mean, I legitimately think that we can triple or more the size of ICP's active X ecosystem, or on other socials as well. And I can't wait to like look at the stats, look at like canister production, all these other things, to see how this event impacts everything.
So are you guys going for retail investors, institutional investors? Are you going for project leaders? Or is this kind of a whole smorgasbord of anybody and everybody this event is for, not just like a subset of like developers or something?
Yeah, I mean, everybody who loves Web3, I'll put it that way. If you love what Web3 stands for, if you love the idea of a more decentralized, better world, this event is to show you how ICP contributes to that. And take the reason we chose Cointelegraph is because they've got 43% market share of just the global crypto media space, and they've got 8 million unique monthly readers. So it's a very general, wide audience, but it's also a targeted audience around if you're reading Cointelegraph, you're obviously into Web3 topics itself. So
right.
So that's kind of thing. It's a broad audience. It's basically, if you want to know anything about ICP, this is the event to attend.
It is. So we have a question here. He says, what do you guys see the realistic price of ICP within a year? So I'm going to tell you, I think we're going to see in 1 year from today, we're going to see ICP at like $162.39.
Good for you. So the thing about me is I'm really good at certain things. I'm really good at entrepreneurship. I basically get to jumpstart companies for a living. But I'm really bad at being a DJ. Not to say I'm not. I'm actually really a DJ. And I was aping into stuff this morning even. I love investing in crypto and stuff. I'm just not that good at it. So, I mean, I could give a price prediction, but I wouldn't even trust my own price prediction very much. I mean, what you said sounds good to me. I mean, the higher it goes, the better.
Well, you can. So I'm a TA guy. That's what I. So you're a cross between an entrepreneur and a dev. You might say that you're not a dev, but I do, because you can code and you make things that need high level skill. But I'm a TA guy. Is what I do. Yeah. And so when I look at previous price action and price movement, and then we look at about a year from now, I'm thinking about $250 by July of 2025, just because that is the area where ICP shows the most resistance. And that's where that big candle that goes way down because of FTX and all the stupid, stuff that happened landed at $250. So if we take a couple of months off of that, $70 or $80, that's how I get that price. So it's all calculated. Like he asked in 2 seconds, my brain calculated that. Right, because that's what I do. So I think we're all having all these different influencers, all these different promoters, all of the different skill levels that each one of us have. We all have unique abilities that we're bringing into this massive, kind of uncharted water. They say space is the final frontier. I think Web3 is the new final frontier because we're only explored like 1% of the entire Web3 possibilities so far. So that leaves 99% of the capabilities of this new technology, which the internet computer is leading the way to bring all these technologies into one to really create this kind of next generation, kind of go off some Star Trek there, of technology that's alien tech as well. So I really think that the price is going to bring a lot of people in, but I think people are going to stay for the community and the tech. So yeah, that's how we get it. Meta Owl, my guy, is in the house here. I don't know if you guys like Mexi Exchange, but I think I'm going to be doing a video for them. I think it'd be kind of cool. I know there was some FUD and stuff going on, but they gave me like $50 in futures money, and they're going to give me $50 in USDT to promote their platform futures trading. So we're going to do that. Do you see any like big exchanges or is there any sponsorship like going on in this event from I know you paid for Cointelegraph, but I think it would be very smart, to get other people to sponsor these kind of events and like maybe advertise their stuff, at these meetups. is there any marketing that you're doing to try to, you know, get more eyes looking at it? Because if you get a lot of sponsors, they're gonna by default bring their users to the event as well. So not only are you helping them, but you get a cross collaboration of, you know, interacting different platforms and different people and communities. Is there any plans for that?
Yeah, of course. And really, it's out of a heart of wanting to do those partnerships and include and have the cross collaboration and not make it all about one brand. And most of like the sponsorship funds kind of help with like the grant program, for example. But you know, like some events do sponsorships to make for-profit events. This is not, we're not expecting to get even close to making money on the event. It's not about chasing sponsorships to try to make this a profit for us. Like we're literally doing this because we want to see it done. We felt like we had the capacity and therefore a bit of a responsibility to be able to do it. There's not that many brands with the resources and capabilities and connections to pull off something like this. So, and you know, I think a lot of people maybe and there's been discussion before of like people say, oh, Dfinity should do this or Dfinity should do that. And it's like, I'm a big fan of like, let's not point the finger and see what can I do? How can I help? What contribution can I make? Because this is about all of us, right? Like Dfinity has created the most incredible like networking technology in mankind. That should be enough. That should be plenty. We should be able to carry the torch and like do marketing initiatives like that. So for us, for Codon State, ICPCC is an investment in the future of the tech that we live and grow off of. And but we invite others with sponsorships, and we have a list of sponsors. I don't know off the top of my head exactly how many or the names, and I think on our website we have the list of some of them, and there's probably more that will be added on there, and there's more that are confirming. We have a whole team working on various different angles. So we've got Ricardo; he's the one helping us with handling the sponsorships. But the point is, this is a truly like pulled together event with multiple different brands supporting and backing it and being part of it and being highlighted through it. And you know, like even just the meetup organizers, like most companies or products would not think of them as sponsors. I think of it as a sponsorship. You're investing your time to get people to meet in person about ICPCC, about ICP, and like celebrate our community. I think that's a sacrifice worth shouting out. And for those, we have around 20 listed, and I think we're going to have more listing soon. For everybody who's hosting a meetup, just kudos to you in doing that, and thank you, because that's a big contribution, not to be taken lightly, and we appreciate it. So yeah, many different projects, yeah, we're going to do. What I think I'm most excited about is the fact that we're finally getting these big publishers external from our community involved, because it's like about freaking time you write an article about what our network is able to do, right? Like the fact that now we've got this relationship being built with people like Cointelegraph, like if they want to reach out to somebody about more PR for a particular project that they saw during the live stream, like it's about building these interconnections between our ecosystem and these big publishers, and getting that process started so that more things can catalyze down the road, because these kinds of players are watching our space. Everybody, you know, like ICP, I think is getting a lot of attention that's not visible yet, and they're waiting to see what we do. And this event is going to show them this is what we do. We can do truly like large community events. We have a community that's able to make noise and get out there and take to the streets, so to speak. And then I think that's gonna like make things move beyond the event and beyond my team. It goes into like, I would love to see ICDex or Bitfinity like getting more activity from external partners because of this event. That's where my heart is. I want to see that kind of thing happen, where they don't even talk to Codon State, like, and they just go straight to those projects. Like, that's great. That's what we need more of.
Yeah, man. And what you were talking about really resonates with me, getting these big, that having these big entities watching ICP. And I can confirm that, right? Because like I said, MEXC reached out to me. I had some show with Ted Danson reach out to me, And that's only while I was making ICP content, though. I want to let you know that a lot of these big entities, and I've had a ton of people reach out to me, but there's very few that I even respond to. Advancements with Ted Danson, that's what it's called. So, but yeah, these big entities are watching ICP and they're noticing ICP. So if you look at how the world works, a lot of the big investors or like the big corporations that have eyes everywhere have a team of people working and looking for different good projects. They're really watching ICP right now. Exchanges are watching ICP. Big businesses, institutions, corporations, banks, you know. And so what we're doing with ICPCC, if I get this all correct, everything you've said, is giving every single different subsection of crypto, you know, from the institution down to the 18-year-old kid who just found out about crypto from his friend the other day. So this event is going to make it digestible for every single person. And you can you're going to have timestamps and stuff throughout the video, right? So you can just kind of like after the live, it's going to be up. You guys put timestamps. That way people can just go to anything they want to. And then everybody has a piece of that conference they can digest. It can be something they want because it's going to be 9 hours, right? So if they want to just talk about CKBTC, well, here's on the timestamp. I can go to, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 51 seconds. I don't know why I did all the time, but you can go right to that moment and watch what you want. And so I think this event is going to be huge. And one, it's going to bring more big eyes. As you see, even with the bear market happening, there's been big eyes coming to ICP. So now with this event, it is going to be able to be not only big eyes, but each different subsection of those eyes to find what they need in the community. And I think that is what is missing from a lot of other cryptos. So when I go to like XYO, for example, great crypto, cool little app they have where you can like geocache things. But are they really going to get the interest of all of these subsections of people and offer everything in a multi-chain capable way that Internet Computer does? So yes, I do love XYO. I like these other cryptos, but I think ICP is a way to connect those cryptos. I think this conference is a way to connect all of the different people. So if you connect all of the different people with all of the cryptos that they want, that's the best marketing tactic that you could ever have, is giving people what they want. Instead of selling somebody, like, you know how at the stores, I'll let you speak in a second, but you know how you like have those like items off to the side of the store? You don't need it. You go to a store for milk and eggs, but then you see something and you buy impulse buying, right? Well, we want to get people away from that. We want people to get their milk and eggs because they came to the store to get milk and eggs, and not sell them something they don't want, right? Sell them what they came for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's, like you said, it's about connecting the dots. And a lot of players in Web3 are asking themselves, what's making noise right now? And we want the answer to that on May 10th to be resoundingly ICP. And you know, like that way they can see all the players. And I think we're essentially a coiled spring. Like if you look at just the price, like it went down for almost 3 years straight. And you know, like that was like winding up, but also like we've been building this whole time. We've been like how many projects have told you we're not ready to go get loud yet because we still need to build or get to a certain level. It's like everybody like everything's bottled up and ready to explode at the same time, and we're about to light the fuse. You know, I wanted to get in because we're getting close to like I don't know if you had a hard stop in the next 12 minutes. I can go a little bit longer, but I wanted to get to the degen side of this, which is really of course important. About the airdrop thing. I think that you wanted to like, that's some kind of new alpha that we hadn't really talked much about publicly.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we could talk about that yet. I'm glad. I was just going to be like, is there anything that we didn't mention that we should? So this airdrop, I want to share just a quick story about this. Because I used some AI to write a tweet about code about ICPCC, and I didn't know about any kind of airdrop. You said airdrop, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know about any airdrop, and the AI.
Well, the airdrop. No, I'm talking about the airdrop portal, like for community airdrops, that asset thing.
Okay, just tell me about that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. So basically, we wanted to make it a little bit like a Black Friday for for ICP kind of thing, where just like you're constantly getting inundated with like chances to get stuff all throughout the viewing of the conference. And so Seb's time freed up a little bit, and he's about to finish up a boot camp actually this week. But he's going to be building for us. I think the proper name is Airdrop DApp, but I jokingly called it a degen dashboard. But imagine basically like all these projects are going to be like saying, hey, I want to give out this much tokens during ICPCC. I think we've got like Ghost, ICP Swap, and iDoge, and a few others. We're probably going to have over a dozen, I believe, at least. And they're going to be there's going to be a portal where if you enter the right code in, almost like a coupon code, but you see a code. If you enter the right code in with the right time, you're entered to win something. It might be a little bit or a lot, but there's basically a drawing at the end of the time period, and you would win like a little bit of Ghost or a whole lot of Ghost. But you have a chance. It's like you get a chance to pull the slot machine by entering the code in on time. So imagine you're watching the live stream and it says, airdrop alert, enter this code in within the next 5 minutes for your chance to win Ghost. And then like everybody who sees that it enters that in gets at least a little bit, right? And then if they want to explore it or use it, well, you've got to get an ICP wallet, don't you? You've got to learn what are exchanges that maybe you can liquidate on. And like you're educating people who might not have otherwise gotten Ghost token, but since they got it for free, it's a great onboarding experience. And if they also know maybe 10 or 20 other thousand people just got it for free, maybe they're like, well, hey, I should totally buy some because other people might buy some, and it causes like some liquidity like addition to our market. Like that's the idea, is that nonstop during the whole thing, this portal is going to be there, and people can just like jump in and enter a code real fast, and there'll be different ways to get the codes. Maybe it'll be the answer to a question, like the MC might say, what's the name the project that is building an EVM on ICP, and the answer to that would be Bifinity, but we don't tell them that. They have to have been watching, right? And they enter it in. So it's a way to like we're gonna have any project out there who wants to be part of this and contribute to the airdrop is welcome. You'll get to have your call to actions and your socials and a little bit about your project in this airdrop portal. And you get to have your stuff given out for free live during the event.
Wait. So I could give you guys some Renegade tokens to give away? Yes. And then
actually I was going to have I don't know if we had our call yet, because we're still updating our content creators on this. And so we've been having little 15-minute chats, but yeah, I mean, let's have it right now. And basically, if you tell us you want a code that people have to enter, and you say, I want to do it at this time slot during the content I give you, then we'll be ready on our side. So you can be in your chat and you can ask a question, or you can say, all right, everybody, now enter this code in, and you have it on the screen. And if they enter it in within the allotted time, they've got a chance to win a variable amount. And I like the idea with tokens because we can give at least a little bit, right? Like to kind of hook them in if they don't win the big prize. And it'll all be fair and randomized through ICP's tech. So it's like we're using ICP's tech to distribute. Like that's just great. And then
so how many people can enter though? If anybody who has the code, up to how many people, or is it just infinite?
I mean, we're still building it, but what I wanted it to be is very accessible, and to keep it a very simple mechanism. So basically, everybody who enters will win something. It's like it's like a slot drawing. You will get at least a little bit of a prize, and then there'd be a lot of prizes. So like, let's say if you have one where only 100 people entered, well, then everybody gets a little bit more than they would have gotten if 10,000 people entered, right? But there'll still be people who get the top amount and people who get the low amount. Just the proportion changes based on how many entered. But the point is, like that means you're guaranteed at least to get a little bit if you enter the code in, right? So I feel like that gives you more motivation, especially if you're not familiar with ICP and you're new to it. And then, like I said, then you've got to learn how to get a wallet and to withdraw it to your own wallet from the platform and to interact with it. And we can also we hope to also make it NFT compatible. I think that's going to happen, so that basically now with NFTs they're not fungible, right? So you can't guarantee that everybody gets something, right? But at least everybody gets a fair draw. Like you've got a chance to win one of the NFTs in the pool. So yeah, we want to make like a very simple like rewarding and redemption mechanism that's flexible, that like any creator or provider could use however they want. Like maybe they even they hold a Twitter contest, and then they DM the code to only specific people. Like then you can just make it your own contest to do with whatever you want. Like all we need on our end is the right code with the right timing. So yeah, we're gonna make that airdrop what did he said? S1 said the degen corner. And I think that's going to cause a lot of excitement, right? Because let's be honest, that is part of making noise in crypto. There's nothing wrong with having a bit of the casino aspect, and I think we all want to see that liquidity. So let's go out there and give people a reason to celebrate it and have the liquidity.
That's beautiful, man. I love it. So we're going to wrap this up here pretty quick. We're getting about to an hour. Is there anything that I missed? Because there's just so much, man. I'm doing so many things, and I know you told me all these things, man, and I wrote most of them down, but I think we covered most of it. Just kind of wrap it up a little bit. Anything that we forgot, kind of just let people know now. And guys, be there May 10th. What time does it start?
Oh, It just starts. It starts Friday afternoon, and like May 10th in the afternoon, wherever you are, it's gonna be. And it's gonna be all day. So it's just May 10th.
May 10th. So just be there May 10th.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I think we covered most of it. I know after I get off, I'm probably gonna think of something else, but because there's so many moving parts. But I mean, honestly, just we're all here because ICP has something valuable to offer. It's about time we all got together and celebrated it together. So thank you for those who are contributing to our community. Thank you for those who are going to be welcoming others, and thank you for just believing in the tech and being part of this journey, because it's something worthwhile to be part of.
For sure. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys do next year and the year after, leading up to the 2029 bull run. So I plan to be here. So hopefully you plan to be here. You know, I think by the next bull run, this event is going to be comparable to like at Denver, to, you know, like the Bitcoin conferences that happen. I think it's going to be like a go-to place where people from Ethereum, people from Bitcoin are going to want to be there because they don't want to miss out on the magnitude of the event. Do you guys see it becoming that big, or is that just my wishful thinking?
Oh no, yeah, we definitely do. Yeah, no, this has got some serious legs. We're going to do things people have never seen before. We've already got some plans for that. So let's do it.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming in. Help us get this word out. Share this on your social medias, your open chats, your discovers, your Twitters, anywhere that you can share this, like it, do all that, just so that we can, you know, get the word out about this event and all the stuff that was dropped here today, the alpha, the airdrops. I didn't even know about that, and I'm part of the event. So it's kind of crazy. AI knew about it before I did. So, yeah. All right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICPCC.